Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing an English lesson about 5 ways to give an invitation. So, when we give an invitation to someone, we are asking someone if they want to go somewhere or do something or have something. And in this lesson, you will learn 5 different ways to give an invitation. So the first way is the expression, would you like? So would you like is an excellent way to give an invitation. Example, would you like to dance? I notice that the expression would you like, if it is followed by an action, then the verb is in the infinitive, to dance. Would you like to dance? Would you like to have lunch today? So would you like followed by the infinitive, to have. And we can also have a noun phrase after would you like. Would you like a drink? And finally, would you like to come shopping with me next week? So would you like, so we're giving an invitation to somebody, and the action is to come shopping. So in the infinitive, to come. Okay, so this is the first method. We also have do you want? And this is another way to give an invitation, and it is slightly more informal than would you like. So this is more informal. Example, do you want another cup of coffee? So here we have do you want, and here we have a noun phrase. So we are offering another cup of coffee. It's an invitation to have another cup of coffee. Do you want to come to the party on Saturday? So here we have the infinitive. The invitation is an action. Do you want followed by a verb in the infinitive. Do you want to come to the party on Saturday? Do you want to go for a drink? Okay, you often hear this on a Friday evening after work. Do you want to go for a drink? The imperative form. So what is the imperative? Well, the imperative form of a verb is simply the base form. And we usually use the imperative form to give an order or warning to someone. So a normal example of the imperative is clean the bathroom. So this is an order. We are telling someone to clean the bathroom. It's an instruction. It's an order. Okay? So this is the normal use of the imperative. And we can also use the imperative to give an invitation. But be careful. The imperative is very direct, and some people will find it too forceful. Because remember, we usually use the imperative to give an order. Okay? So it is very direct language, and some people don't like that. Okay? Even if it is an invitation, even if it is a nice invitation, the style of speaking is a little bit direct. Example. Come to the restaurant with us tonight. Okay, so we're inviting someone to the restaurant, but we're using the imperative. So this is the base form of the verb come. Sit down, have a cake. So you can see, I hope you can see that this is quite direct and quite forceful. So some people don't like it. Finally, come to the museum. Bring your friend. So come to the museum, the base form, and bring, this is the base form of bring. Bring your friend. Okay? So this is the imperative. So it's very common, but just be careful. Why don't you is a very good way to give an invitation to someone. Example. Why don't you come to London with us next week? Why don't you come to the concert with us tonight? So it's a very good alternative method of inviting someone. Jane says, why don't you join us for a drink after work? And Sarah replies, thanks, I'd love to. So Jane is inviting Sarah for a drink after work. This is a very good verb for invitations. Join us. It means why don't you come with us? Okay, so it's a very common verb that we use when we are making or giving an invitation. Why don't you join us? It means why don't you come with us? Okay, why don't you accompany us? And we have two expressions, you must and you'll have to. And we often use you must or you'll have to give a vague invitation, a general invitation. So a vague invitation is not a firm invitation. It does not have a specific date or time. It is not a real plan. Okay, there's no real specific appointment or date or time. It's vague. And we often use vague time expressions with this. Example, we'll say soon or sometime, after Christmas, in the new year. So you can see these times, they are very vague. They are not very specific. Okay? And so we often use this to be polite to someone. So perhaps when we are saying goodbye to someone, and we will use this to make a vague promise or a vague invitation to someone, but there's nothing definite about it. Example, you must join us for a drink sometime. You must join us for a drink sometime. Okay, so here we see join us again. So this means you must come with us for a drink. And sometime, this is two words here, two words. And this just means at a non-specific date or time in the future. But there is no commitment here. There is no definite appointment. It's very vague. You must visit us in London in the new year. Okay, so again, this is just a general, polite suggestion to someone. Okay, it's not really a proper invitation. It needs to be confirmed. And finally, you'll have to have lunch with us soon. You'll have to have lunch with us soon. Okay, so this isn't a real invitation to have lunch. It's just a very general, vague suggestion to someone. Okay, there are no real plans here. We are being polite. Maybe it will happen, maybe it won't happen. Okay, There we are. So those were the 5 ways of giving an invitation. Hope you enjoyed it, and here are some other videos.